Welcome back to another Grow Your BNB video, guys. If you're new to the channel, my name is Piers. I've helped just over 835 properties right now in Airbnbs all over the world and mainly around the UK market, right? So if you're new to this channel, I want to firstly welcome you to GrowYourBnb.com. Today's video is quite special to me because we've actually launched quite a few properties, and they are new properties for our clients, and they've worked with Grow Your BNB to launch their property in the market of short-term rental. And today's video is very special because I want to show who they are, firstly. Secondly, I want to share their client journey, just because you get to understand where they've started, and they could be one of you. Like, you know, I've got people who have no knowledge and they've started with me, and I've got people who've been in the industry 2 years. So look, this video is going to be very useful, and yeah, please make sure you watch it till the end. So not every day somebody or people in short-term rental business get to launch properties this quickly. So we're talking in the last 5 weeks, we've launched 6 major properties around the UK in places like London, you know, Manchester, Liverpool, Portsmouth, amazing places. And these are all customers that they've worked with Grow Your BNB today to just launch their property for long-term bookings. So guys, if you're new to this channel, you're going to learn something very special, because I'm going to talk about each and individual client profile, because they're going to relate to you. At some point in their journey, they are currently looking at and going to pretty much wanting to grow their business, but effectively wanting to grow their business with long-term bookings. And let me do my screen share today, and let's crack on with all our clients and their results. Well, now I'm going to take you to my screen, and this was a post. And by the way, if you've not followed me on social media, I'm going to let Ivan actually put my social media handles here and a bit of screenshot of just because the everyday performance of our clients, the back end of short-term rental business, the everyday story. I post it every single day, so make sure you follow me on Facebook, Piers B.K, or Instagram, Piers B.K as well. So yeah, if you can see it from my screen, right, this is a post I made in 2nd of September, and actually mentioned that launched 5 properties in last 3 weeks with 100% success rate. Now, firstly, I want to talk about Jason and Blanding. So 2 of those clients, I've actually obviously tagged them as well. And you know what? Also, something I'm very grateful about is the transparency I have in my business. All my clients actually are tagged, right? And the results we create for them is something that they would not have been able to achieve that without our expertise and the branding stuff we do. So let's talk about Jason Blanding, right? So we launched about a 5-bedroom property in Greenwich, and the first ever booking we launched for them, it was for £2,000, right? And that was a 14-night stay. They were very excited, and you know, for somebody to start their first ever property, zero knowledge. Again, I'll put no experienced operator. They managed to get an amazing result. However, the second booking they got, as a result of direct results of what we've done and the optimization online, they smashed a £6,000 worth of direct booking. Now, all of a sudden, this client, who have never had any experience, have seen £8,000 worth of booking in their first month and a half of running and operating and launching their short-term rental business. Look, I'm forever grateful, but it never happens to everyone who launches the property. If you look after the market, if you go and actually look at some of the calendars, you know, in Airbnb, you can see new. Not a lot of people actually get those kind of bookings. So actually, Jason and Blandon actually feel like they're not running a short-term rental business now, because the quality of booking they've got and the profit they're making from this unit is incredible. So you know what, truly humble that we've taken them on board, have delivered exactly what we do normally for our clients, and it was a great success for somebody with absolutely zero experience. Now, my second client here, Sazan and Umes, right? 2 lads, my favorite lads out there. You know, they're in the army, first of all, and they work full-time in the army, right? Now, to see what they're doing while they're working, they're pretty much time poor, right? The work's quite demanding, which means there's no weekdays off, and obviously weekends are the times when you can't do as much of sale. But they've taken time off to literally physically go and smash this, and I'm forever grateful, because just in 4 weeks, with literally a month experience in the industry, they managed to get second property in Liverpool. And I was very excited, because do you know what, the one thing we do in Grow Your B&B is we understand our client, we understand the market, we know where our client is, and we know what we can achieve for them, right? So in Liverpool, I knew I could get them a long-term booking straight away. So while they picked up the keys, we have a strategy we put in place for all our clients who've got at least one property, at least they've got to have one property. We launched their property without them even having their beds arrived. And we smashed a £2,000 worth of booking from Airbnb itself. Now, guys, this normally doesn't happen to new operators, because new operators, if you're watching this and you're about to launch a property, or you're looking to secure your first unit, you're going to find this challenges, because you just wouldn't know how to do this, right? Now, we did this days in, days out for our clients, and I was forever grateful for these guys who have not even set up their beds, haven't set up their property, just have picked up their keys, and all of a sudden they're £2,000 up one booking. So incredible result for both of them. I was very humbled, and at the same time they're looking to secure more units, which GrowYourBnB will be helping to launch their properties. So my third client here, Corey, who I would say a lot more experience. See, you've probably seen Jason and Blandine, no experience. Saz and Anumis has got like one unit before and then launched Liverpool with me. Now Corey is actually quite different. He's a very experienced operator. He's been in the industry 2 years. He's gone through the pandemic, surviving the property market. Believe it or not, I've just actually done a full client interview with this guy, because if you look here, I've launched a 4-bed house and we made him £3,380 worth of 26 nights worth of direct booking, right? And I put 2 years experience operator. Now, believe it or not, this has changed. We've actually made him £27,000 worth of bookings in the weeks that we've worked with him, and 2 properties that he launched with myself. Now, it goes back to, you might be thinking, how the hell has it? Now, what he's done is in one of his properties has secured six months direct booking, and as a result of that, he's now A, don't have to worry about filling up the property. B, it's pretty much hands-free, because the same customer is going to stay there for long term. And secondly, he's got profit at the end, which he doesn't have to worry about. Now, I always say to a person like Corey, who has got experience in the industry, what was the point of coming and working with me? Because, somebody who's already got an experience. But what Corey did always mention was he's so used to launching property his old way, which would always get him some kind of bookings. It was never empty. He made money, but he never launched property with a strategy in place to just get long-term bookings. Now, this is something I'm very excited about, because an operator like him, 2 years experience, has chosen GrowYourBnB to come and smash this. And do you know what? We're truly humbled. £27,000 doesn't happen all the time for people like operators around the UK, not even around the world. So guys, another very successful client of ours, and it was a very humbling experience. So my 4th client, we've launched his property again, brand new property. He has about a year experience. He is slightly, again, a different investor, Jin, right? So obviously I've tagged him here. Now, he's actually launched a 4-bed property out there in Manchester, and the beauty was, I've said here, we've made him 2138 for 12 nights booking, and that was his first ever booking. However, he's actually made a lot more than that, and he's now secured another £6,000 worth of direct booking, as a result making him £8,000, right? Now, the reality is it's coming to a point that we're seeing the same kind of strategy that we're implementing for our clients, but actually these clients, their background are completely different. Jin's a sourcer. He's sourced many service accommodation deal. He wants to get into his own business now, or invest on service accommodation himself. He wanted to make sure that, although he's been with the industry about a year, he wanted to make sure he launched the property right, as a result, to make sure that he get those profitable bookings without worrying about a 1 or 2 nights booking in a place like Manchester. So again, a very humbling moment for us. The reality was, again, an experienced person like him with knowing and understanding how to find good deals, we were able to show him actually how to get those bookings, right? So another amazing success client of mine, and I'm sure I'll be doing a client interview with him very soon. Now, the last client I've tagged here is Sunny, right? Sunny is actually quite a different investor with pretty much very little knowledge, right? So no experience, no knowledge. He is very new to the industry. He got himself a unit in Portsmouth, and obviously, you know, if you follow me on social, I actually announced that I'm launching something in some certain places. I'm always excited to tell that I'm excited to get long-term booking, and whenever I do that, we actually make it happen. Now, Sunny here, we've mentioned that it's a 2-bed apartment, making him 1849 from his first ever booking. Now, and it was in a property setup stage. So believe me when I say this client did, again, the same thing, did not have his property even all fully ready when we launched his property. The bad thing is, and I will happily share this, and this is something that a lot of operators don't understand, is you can have cancellation. And believe me when I say this, just before his cancellation period end, the guest actually cancelled him. So the last 5 days, I think in the 6 days, he had 5 days no refundable policy. On the 6th, just before the 6th day, it got cancelled. So he went back to square on zero. However, I always say to my client, an empty calendar is a gem, right? Believe me when I say this, and many of my clients have mentioned this before. Just because I said, look, don't panic, give it another 24 hours, let's review your branding again, which we did. And guess what? 24 hours later, he smashed another £1,200 booking. Not as good as the 1849, but £1,200 in 24 hours. We were quite happy. Do you know what? He was again quite motivated back again. But do you know, it's again fantastically. This is something I'm very proud of. That we in GrowYourBnB, we never stop for our clients. We just go above and beyond. So when that happened, we again looked back at his branding, and what we found was there's another opportunity to land him direct or long-term booking. And what we did was we smashed him another 30 nights booking for £2,600. Again, if you follow me on social media, I've tagged him before, and I'm sure I'll have him on a client interview as well. So now all of a sudden we've made him £3,600, netting him something like, I think we calculated today, I had a client call with him, we calculated about £900 net profit, which is not bad for a hands-free business, right? Well, it could be 5% of involvement because of the check-in and the check-out and, you know, a little bit of guest management. But actually, to make such a great profit in the very first month of his running, of his operating, of his short-term rental business, I am fully excited for Sunny. He's actually looking for more units right now, but also trying to get into management, which obviously I'm you know, I don't do management, but I'm quite happy to help people in the right way. So another exciting, another great client interview of mine, which is going to be coming soon, and I think Sunny will very, very enjoyably share this moment with us. So I get asked a lot, guys, how to achieve long-term booking working with GrowYourBnB. It is very simple. Listen, the first thing I'd like you to do is, if you're about to launch a property, look, feel free to drop a discovery call. The link is down below. You can just book a call with me to understand the process behind what we do and how we do it. It's quite difficult to share it on a video, because eventually I always say to my client, and my clients know this, every client's different, every property is different, every location is different, and I don't think one thing fits everything, right? So when we look at Airbnb, for example, we've got 7 different ways we list properties in Airbnb. So how do we make sure that it fits right for you? Is by just booking in a call with myself. I'll sit down, I'll go through where your brand is, I'll look at your listings, I will look at what opportunity you've got with the newer listing or the launching property you have, and I'll recommend you exactly what we can do or how we can work together as GrowYourBnB and your brand to launch and achieve those long-term bookings in a way that is sustainable every single month in your business. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. It's been a manic week for us. We've just onboarded another 2 clients, and one of them is actually quite special to me because he's an experienced landlord for 20 years, have accidentally got into service accommodation 5 years ago, has now turned, I think, 8 of his properties into service accommodation, had enough again of all this check-in and check-out small bookings, and now we're going to work with him to create a short-term rental business. So fully excited. I'll be sharing that journey as well. But look, thank you so much for watching this video. I've got so much video planned for this channel, and if you haven't watched my recent videos, I've talked about how Airbnb will decrease your ranking if you don't do one thing. I'll leave the link down below so you can go and watch those videos, learn from it, and if you've got any questions, please make sure you comment down below, and would love to help. I'd love to answer your questions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, share and like this video.